welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
I half expected you to say a horror console since you tried to say it on the last episode.
No, I fixed it.
Even though it's not horror month anymore.
Shit,
God.
what the fuck?
Just break the entire desk.
Yeah, no, I fixed it. So I wouldn't
You didn't
say
fuck
it.
up this time.
Yeah. But if this is your first time or 158th time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform. Oh, God, I'm dying.
Oh, boy.
Or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us, you could do it at patreon.com/anovelconsole.
You can also tell your friends about the show where we record episode 159 before episode 158, and I feel confused. But yeah, tell them about us and how weird we are and confusing we are and how we don't know what we're talking about. Maybe they'll listen to us. And you should leave us a review wherever you can because that helps us be more discoverable. Maybe don't talk about how weird and confusing we are. And we have a Discord. If you would like to join that weird and confusing land, let us know via email or go to our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet.
Okay. So you're not confused for the next episode. We recorded episode 159
before 158.
Which is this one.
Which we finished like 15 minutes ago.
Right. And that's a backlog of Doom episode.
Yes.
So we confused ourselves at the beginning of that episode.
Yes.
Because Karradyne doesn't pay attention.
Nope.
And because of that, you guys are probably going to get confused. But no, we just
It'll
recorded.
make more sense when you hear the next episode.
Right. So
and you'll be
just
like, oh, this is what they were
you just
doing.
got to wait for Monday to be able to hear that episode. And yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe this week is almost over. And next week, I have half a week.
Thank God.
3 days of work.
Thank God. I have 2.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
We have to record like this because we're going to Orlando for the weekend.
Yeah.
I wish we could come back with fresh garbage, but no, we're revisiting all of our favorite
Well,
garbages.
we're gorbaging those places anyways.
We're re-garbaging our favorite places.
We haven't gorbaged Hoop-de-Doo.
Exactly. We can garbage Hoop-de-Doo. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Thanksgiving week. Right?
I am too. So, like, it's working out that you and I are going to spend Thanksgiving Day completely alone, which is honestly okay with me. We have been so insanely fucking busy.
Right.
I am so ready to just plant my ass on the couch all fucking day.
Right.
And live our best lives.
Me too.
We just need to make sure that we have the best groceries because if we have any urges to go out of this house to eat, they will fail.
Right. We need to buy some turkeys.
Yes, we need to buy 2 turkeys ASAP.
Right.
Like tomorrow. Like yesterday.
Yeah. I'm excited. I recorded an episode with Dave Jackson from Tales of the Backlog. He's been on our show before. We talked about Lord of the Rings earlier this year. Super fun episode. And I had to play Return of the King for his show. And I really like that game. I really, really enjoy it. I enjoyed it, revisiting it all over again. I know it was one of the games that I played the first time we did Middle-earth March a few years ago. But I tried to play it on the Steam Deck using the GameCube emulator, and every time there would be a cutscene, the game would just chug so hard that it would stop. And I decided to download it on PlayStation 2. And I decided to try a bunch of other games that I had on GameCube downloaded. I re-downloaded them again on PlayStation 2 emulators. And I am so excited for that week off for Thanksgiving because I am going to sit my ass on the couch and I am going to go through the 007 games. I want to play Everything or Nothing, From Russia with Love, Nightfire, Agent Under Fire, even GoldenEye, even though Thrax says that GoldenEye is garbage. I still like GoldenEye Rogue Agent on the PlayStation 2. So I am very excited because I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off.
Well, but we got Thanksgivings on Friday and Saturday.
I don't care.
And you have to make turkeys for them.
It's fine. I really don't care at all. It's going to be...
It's still going to be good.
Doing the turkey... The turkey.
You're doing it again!
I'm tired.
Don't worry. This will make sense on the next episode.
Right. Travel.
Traveling.
Yeah. Doing a turkey is such a know-nothing task. It's so easy, especially if we're not going to get 20-pound birds, right? We're probably going to get what? Like 10, 15-pound birds?
Probably.
Small birds? That's going to be nothing. It's such a nothing preparation. It's just cut off all the shitty skin, peel off the skin, season everything, season the insides, throw away all the garbage, cut off all the crap on it, and then just put the skin back, throw it in the oven in a bag. Once it's done, just rip the meat off the bone, and that's it.
True.
Such an easy process. So
we just need to get them.
Yeah, and we just gotta make sure that they're defrosted before we cook them.
Yes.
Because I don't want to go through that mistake again.
Yeah, that was bad.
That turkey tasted weird. It tasted like saline.
Oh boy, that was rough.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. This week is almost over. Going to Orlando.
Ready.
It's gonna be a fun time. So, is there anything else you want to talk about on the intro before we...
I do not believe so.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I feel like I haven't seen you either.
I just wanted to rush through the backlog episode because it's such an easy episode, and then just take our time with this one because, every time I talk about the podcast, I talk about us just talking, and it's nice. And I just wanted to talk with you and be nice about it.
I like talking with you when you're nice. Sometimes you're not nice.
Now, you were annoying me earlier.
You annoy me every
annoyed
day.
me a lot earlier because I'm like, I need your help, and you're running around talking on the phone.
I had to go to the bathroom, sir.
No.
Yes.
No.
I was in the potty.
No, you were not. You were taking a shower.
Oh my! I was not.
When did you take a shower?
I haven't showered today. I showered yesterday. Wait, no, I showered this morning. I showered this morning when I got up because I thought to myself I needed to turn on the heat because you were trying to freeze me out of the fucking house. And I couldn't shower with it being that cold, but I did anyway. Don't look at me like that. Don't air our shower grievances on the podcast. I showered this morning, sir. I just didn't wash my hair.
Karradyne never showers.
I do shower.
All right. Are we ready to go into book talk?
Only if you leave me alone.
All right. This is... Wait, no, you introduce it. It's your second.
This is book talk, bitches.
Why do you always say bitches?
I don't know. It's fun. This week's book is Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. If you don't recall, this was one of the backlog books that did not win, even though Dave wanted it to win.
Voted for it because
he likes the name Astrid.
Right.
Astrid. Yeah.
So for that list, you had Morrigan by Mary E. Pearson, The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Tokuda Hall, Sisters of Sword and Song by Rebecca Ross, and that was awful.
It wasn't awful, but it wasn't amazing.
The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang and Astrid Parker.
Yes. Astrid Parker did not win, but I still wanted to read Astrid Parker for Pride Month, and I started reading it in Pride Month, and
Pride Month in October.
I didn't finish it in October. Oh.
I had to cut the rest of that.
Sorry, I sent myself into a coughing fit. Yeah, it took me a long time. Y'all, my reading this year has just really sucked, but we don't need to get into that and make me cry again because I'm probably going to cry already.
We'll talk about it at the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that I wasn't enjoying it. Life sucks. Okay, so just to refresh everyone, I will read the synopsis again. An interior designer who is never without the perfect plan learns to renovate her love life without one in this new romantic comedy by Ashley Herring Blake, author of Delilah Green Doesn't Care. For Astrid Parker, failure is unacceptable. Ever since she broke up with her fiancé a year ago, she's been focused on her career. Her friends might say she's obsessed, but she knows she's just driven. When Prue Everwood asks her to be the designer for the Everwood Inn's renovation, which will be featured on a popular HGTV show, Inside America, Astrid is thrilled. Not only will the project distract her from her failed engagement and help her struggling business, but her perpetually displeased mother might finally give her a nod of approval. However, Astrid never planned on Jordan Everwood, Prue's granddaughter and the lead carpenter for the renovation, who despises every modern design decision Astrid makes. Jordan is determined to preserve the history of her family's inn, particularly as the rest of her life is in shambles. When that determination turns into some light sabotage to ruffle Astrid's perfect little feathers, the showrunners ask them to play up the tension. But somewhere along the way, their dislike for each other evolves into something quite different, and Astrid must decide what success truly means. Is she going to pursue the life that she's expected to lead, or the one that she wants? So I really enjoyed Delilah Green Doesn't Care. That was a book that I read around when I had my little lesbian awakening. Obviously, I'm not a lesbian, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's fun to say lesbian. It sounds way more fun than bi. But these books are really fun because Ashley Herring Blake is bi, I believe, and I don't know about the third book, but at least the first two are bi and lesbian. So like one of the girls is bi, one of them is lesbian. So Delilah is a lesbian, but she wound up with a bi woman. And then Astrid thinks she's straight in the beginning and then winds up with a lesbian. This one, I don't know. It didn't make me feel like the lovey-dovey vibes that Delilah Green did. So like Delilah Green made me lovey-dovey lesbian. Oh my gosh, this is so fucking cute. I'm in love. This is wonderful. Where Astrid Parker was a little too relatable in some ways. And it had me more in like my more so like my philosophical feels than it did my romantical feels, if that makes sense. Well, no. Reading Astrid Parker was kind of like a lesbian awakening, like a deeper resonating awakening for me, if that makes sense.
Delilah.
No, Astrid.
What's a deeper awakening?
Yes.
How?
Whereas Delilah was just ooey gooey, mushy, really cute. I think Delilah's super hot. Yes. Whereas Astrid Parker is like, wow, this is really how I am. If that makes sense.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
Now it makes sense.
Where I like wasn't super into the romance part of it.
Right.
But I was really into the seeing Astrid come to terms with the fact that she does like women part of it. That makes sense?
It makes sense.
Because this is more... Because, I mean, Delilah's a straight-up lesbian. Like, there was no coming to terms for her. It was just, like, moving back to hometown, falling in love with the cute pinup girl with her little girl and her ex-baby daddy problems. Whereas this one is Astrid, like, I'm not a lesbian. What the heck? And, yeah. So, anyway... there's this one page in particular where I just like had chills and I was crying and I was all up in my feels. So I wrote on this sticky note, I'm going to cry. I'll read the page. Don't judge me. Okay. I still love you. I love men. I love men more than I love women. But anyway, I mean, I don't even really know because I've never been with a woman. So anyway. Okay. I wrote on this sticky note. I feel every line of this page and every fiber of my being. I did all of these same things and chalk them up to jealousy, and I only ever considered men because it's what was expected of me. So, Bear with
I
me.
remember.
When I read this page, I think I took a picture of it and sent it to you, and I was like, oh my God.
Right, yeah.
So let me just read this whole fucking page to you, okay? So this is referring to Astrid's mother, because Delilah is her stepsister. When her stepdaughter came out back in 8th grade, Isabel had simply lifted a single eyebrow at the news and moved on. So Astrid didn't think homophobia played a huge role in Isabel's mindset so much as expectations. Delilah was Delilah. But Astrid? Well, Astrid was a Parker, Isabel's blood, and she was expected to wed a rich golden boy, pop out some golden kids, and join the junior league. Which was a kind of homophobia, Astrid realized. She'd just never thought about it that way before. But now, as she searched back for any evidence that she'd ever been attracted to women before, she found little clues. Her keen attention to every detail of Amira Karim's jeans in high school. She'd simply been fascinated by the way they fit her thighs, her butt. Then there was the way her eyes always seemed to notice how a woman's chest filled out a shirt. Back in college, sophomore year, some drunken frat boys had dared her and Rila Sanchez to make out at one of the few parties she'd attended, and she remembered a distinct and strange flare of disappointment when Rila had told them to all to go fuck themselves. There were other memories, countless moments she'd long ago chalked up to admiration or envy, just good old-fashioned jealousy. She wanted to be those girls, or maybe even compete with them, as horrible as that sounded, not make out with them. And maybe that really was all it was sometimes, simple observation. But maybe those tiny clues actually added up to a whole lot more, and she'd simply never let herself face it. She liked guys, so she focused on guys. It was easy to ignore anything else. Shit, she said, dropping her face into her hands. Yeah, Delilah said, you were expected to only see men as potential romantic partners, so that's what you did. Like, really, holy shit. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm all up in my feels now. I don't know, like... Oh, I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Help me.
So, apart from the realization of...
Realization? What the fuck is a realization?
I said realization. How do you say it?
Realization.
That's what I said, realization.
No, it's not.
A part of the realization of feeling those feelings and identifying more with the journey than the romance. What else can you say about the book? Was it a fun read? Was it funny?
Yeah, it's a very fun read. Parts of it were funny. I kind of feel like it was a little more depressing than anything else.
Why?
Oh, just because, like, poor Jordan, her ex-wife left her. Like, she got cancer, and then she finally beat cancer, and then she, like, said to poor Jordan, well, I need my next adventure, and you're not my adventure, you're not my destiny. So, peace out. Thanks for sticking with me through cancer. So that was pretty depressing. And poor Astrid's just trying to make her business grow, and she's struggling with the design of the inn, and she and Jordan actually wind up collaborating. And Jordan kind of comes up with the designs, but lets them pretend that they're Astrid, so that everything works out with the show and whatnot. That comes crashing and burning down, and I don't know. I did kind of feel like there wasn't a ton of exposition, not really a huge like catharsis moment, but I think everything else that came into play is what made it a 5-star read for me. Like, I don't know that I would say it is like the best book by any means, but the way it made me think and feel made it.
I mean, but isn't that what you want from
Yeah, I
art?
mean, it is. You do kind of want a somewhat more entertaining story to go along with it, but it wasn't bad by any means. Otherwise I wouldn't have given it 5 stars, because that's insane. But, yeah, it was a fun journey for me. Very fun journey. Maybe a little too fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. Like my midlife crisis awakening, I guess.
So now all you need...
not mid. I hope I'm not at my midlife yet. But...
Now, all you need to be one of those Reddit stories, Am I the Asshole stories, is to get cancer, get cured, and then want to leave me so you can go on an adventure.
With a woman?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then you can do a Am I the Asshole post on Reddit.
I don't want any of those things to happen.
And get it read on TikTok.
Please don't make me go through cancer.
I'm not. How am I going to make you go through cancer?
I don't know. You're speaking it into existence right now.
I'm going to give you cancer.
You could.
Right. That's not how it works.
STDs work that way.
Oh, my God. How am I going to give you an STD?
Cheat on me?
Right.
And get one yourself?
Right.
Yep. I think that would kill the marriage, not me getting cancer and leaving you.
Right. So 5 stars?
Yeah. It was solid in the feelings department.
Not in the entertainment departments.
It was okay in the entertainment department.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bored sometimes.
Yeah, I can feel
If
that.
Astrid wasn't having an awakening moment, I was a little bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Was she like a wallflower or...
She was a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, she was a major bitch. And Jordan softened her up a bit.
Oh, so the construction worker
The
was
carpenter.
the softie.
Big softie.
Weird.
It is weird, right?
Yeah.
Loved it.
All right. So 5 stars for...
Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail.
I'm sure Dave is happy about that now.
I'm sure he's thrilled.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into some games and stuff. All right. For this week's game, we have Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. This is the actual game that won the Backlog of Doom poll.
Not the bonus game.
Not the bonus game, which the bonus game we did on a separate episode a few weeks ago. So for the games that I had for that Backlog of Doom, I had Mega Man CX, I had Batman Arkham Asylum, Shantae the Pirate's Curse, bonus game Shantae Risky's Revenge, Hollow Knight, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And this one won. The closest one behind it was Mega Man CX, but, that didn't win. Eventually, someday I'll replay that game. This game was originally released for the 3DS on October 23rd, 2014. And it was also released on the Wii U, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, Amazon Fire TV, Nintendo Switch, and fucking Amazon Luna. The game follows the adventures of the eponymous half-genie Shantae as she once again has to save Sequinland from a new foe, the Pirate Master, with the help of her nemesis, Risky Boots. So, Karradyne.
Risky business.
Yes, Risky Boots and her risky business.
Yes.
What do you know about Shantae?
I know she has purple hair. I know she's a belly dancer, genie person. I know she whips her hair back and forth.
Like?
Will Smith's daughter.
What's her name?
Willow.
Yes. Okay.
Right? And she does that song with Megan Fox's boyfriend.
I don't know about
whatever his name is.
I don't
emo
know.
girl. I'm in love with an emo girl.
That's so weird that she's an emo girl.
Yeah, it's very weird. She whips her hair back and forth. She belly dances. She strangles people with her hair.
No, she doesn't.
No. Her arch nemesis is risky business.
Boots.
Business.
Boots.
Boots with business.
Oh my God. So in the previous game, in Risky's Revenge, Risky tricked Shantae into giving up her genie powers.
Dun dun dun.
So she doesn't have any genie powers in this game. So she can't transform into an elephant. She can't transform into a little monkey. She can't transform into a mermaid. So how do you get your power-ups so that you could Metroidvania this game?
Dance your life away.
No. She can't dance because she doesn't have any genie powers.
Oh, she can't dance?
Well, she can dance, but she can't transform or do anything with her genie powers.
What does she do?
She finds Risky's lost items and uses them.
Oh.
So she uses her sword as a charge attack. She uses her hat as a floating device. Her cannon as a double jump. So you can jump a couple of times if you ride the cannon and shoot it. I think this game is very, very good. I really, really enjoyed this game.
Very smart, Shantae.
This game is also very horny.
Oh.
Yes. So
aren't these made for children?
Surprisingly, these are E for everyone.
Okay.
So cartoon violence, mild suggestive themes. There is a part in the game, right, where you break into like this pyramid. And the people in the pyramid are like, oh, the princess is here. And they put you in like a slave Leia costume and lock you up. And then when you escape and you keep exploring, you find like all the other women that are important characters in the Shantae series, like dressed the same. So
in the Princess Leia slave outfits.
Yes. So like they have like all of their hips like hanging out, like side boob and all of that stuff.
That's alarming.
Right. You know, and as horny as the game is, it's still funny. There were a couple of moments where I laughed out loud because of the stupid shit that was going on. Because Shantae is kind of she's kind of like Goku. So she's like
an idiot.
Yeah, all stupid, go forward and do good. So it was a very fun game. You have to. So basically, the deal of the game is that the Pirate King is coming back. Risky used to be the Pirate King's like second in command. So when he died, she took over his fleet, quote unquote.
So she's like Blackbeard.
Right, but she's a chick with boobs and risky stuff.
I can't. Oh,
so
God.
The Pirate King is trying to come back, and basically he steals all of Risky's items and her crew and everything. So it's your job as Shantae to help Risky put down the Pirate King so that she can be the true Queen of the Pirates or whatever it's called. And you have a great time doing it. Like the maps are designed so you actually have maps and you know where you're going the entire time, right? You have your abilities like there's one that I like where some spinning balls would come out and they would do a lot of damage. And then if you would take like extra damage point potions, you would do even more damage on top of that. So like you could steamroll the bosses and like get them killed in one go. You wouldn't have to struggle with learning their patterns or whatever. It's a very well done game. I really, really enjoyed the game. I think that out of the 3 Shantae games that I've played, which were the original, Risky's Revenge, and this one, Pirate's Curse, this one has been my favorite so far.
Really?
Yeah. This, because they also took away, which was the thing that I hated originally in Risky's Revenge, is that there were like multiple layers to the stages so that you have to explore each individual layer of the environment. So you would have like the front layer, then you would have a middle and then a background layer where you could jump in between. They don't have that in this game, and I feel like it works a whole lot better because I don't want to explore that much. I don't want my Metroidvanias to have that type of depth.
When you say layers, do you mean like what?
Okay. So there's the foreground, right? Mm-hmm. The front. There's a layer behind that you can explore, and then the background layer all the way.
So
back.
if she's like in a market she would be like in front of the stalls and then like go behind the stalls and then like back behind that.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
that's weird.
Yeah, so it was like the main part
Like
of the
outside
town,
of a house, inside of a house, behind the house.
kind of, but it was more like the stalls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you would walk in the alleyway behind that,
Like
and
going
then
further into a city.
kind of like exploring the city, like you said, but more like there's the front where the stalls are, then you go into like the back alley, and then after the back alley there's like the docks.
Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
so like they did that in a couple of places in Risky's Revenge, and I really didn't like it at all, because I felt like they would make you explore them for no reason, and then sometimes there was nothing there other than just characters standing around, so there was no reason for you to go there. So it just felt like dead space, or like, like something that was just there for the sake of being there. This game didn't do that, and I really enjoyed that. I really liked that whenever I went to Scuttletown, it was just Scuttletown. It didn't have like alleyways or anything else extra to occupy my time, and you have like all your shops all together in one spot. So, you have your shop where you buy your items, then the shop where you heal yourself, where you save the game, or where you talk to characters that will help you along on your journey, telling you where to go or what you have to do. And a cool thing that I like about the game is that as you're playing, there's like this little subplot that the mayor of Scuttletown sold the deed to the town to a dude called the Ammo Baron, and he's trying to turn the city of Scuttletown into a giant cannon.
What?
So as you're playing the game, you see the city getting more mechanized to the point where they put a cannon on the tallest building of the city, and they actually do use it on a boss fight. So it's pretty fucking cool.
Okay.
So it's like little touches like that at the end. Shantae gets her genie powers back, because there's like these little tinker bats that they're called, that they have a power of darkness within them, and you have to collect that darkness. And at the end, it just turns out that darkness is Shantae's power, but just corrupted. So once she takes it back, it just becomes the power of light. And you use that to beat the fuck out of the
The
Pirate
power
King.
of Christ compels you.
Right? But with your hair.
The power of Christ compels you. As I wave my head around and make myself dizzy.
Right. Like,
Oh, boy.
you're at church and they're telling you that, and
Mistakes.
they're just hitting you with like a ponytail.
I imagine them having like a horse's mane, like on a whip.
Right. And then just whipping you in the face with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how Shantae is. That's how she beats her enemies. I think this is so far the best. I am excited to continue the Shantae series and go into
Scuttletown. Not Scuttletown. You've already been there.
the Scuttletown is the name of the town where she's from. To go to Half Genie Hero.
Half Genie Hero?
Yeah, that's the name of the next game. Because this was Pirate's Curse. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for like a decent Metroidvania, it's not really that hard. I did have to a couple of times look online what I had to do, but most of the time it was pretty self-explanatory. Like in one scene, they're like, "Oh, you met this person in hell," and the person's like, "Oh, I have this dream that I'm in another world, and you're my best friend, but I don't remember my name in that world, and I don't remember your name on this one." And then it turns out that is the dead version of another character
What the fuck?
in the world. And you have to go to her and tell her what happened. And so your friendship can become better. And she'll give you an item that'll help you move on with what you have to do. It has its very sweet moments like that. It also has its very funny moments, like when Risky's like, "I'm never going to be a good guy. I'm always going to be an evil pirate queen." And Shantae's like, "Okay." And she goes off running like Goku. And Risky's like, Will you please stop? Let me tell you what I have to tell
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Yeah, so it's a very fun game. I really enjoyed this one. I think this is the Shantae game that I've been like, I started and I just streamlined it straight until I finished without breaking it up with any other games in between. So I've been ready to do this episode for a while because it's a lot of fun.
It is fun.
The game's a lot of fun.
Reminds me of Aladdin.
You know, it kind of did.
I feel like Shantae is like a human form of a boo. Like the color scheme, her color scheme.
The human form of a boo with a boobs.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
That
was
good.
so bad. No, her color scheme makes me think of a boo.
Yeah, it kind of does. Although, does a boo have purple hair?
No, but he has a purple hat,
That is true.
I think. It's been a long time since I've seen Aladdin.
So, I'm ready to continue my Shantae journey. It's not gonna be like last time where I played the first one and I didn't play the next game until like a month ago. So it was like 4 years in between.
Bless it.
No, I'm gonna play it. Probably next year I'll just finish out the series because I got 2 more and then the Game Boy Advance game that they're releasing soon. So it's fun.
Next year's not that far away.
Oh no, there's a lot of stuff we have to do by then, and then too. So let me just get my final thoughts on the game. Let me just go here on Discord and games beaten 2023. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. So this game fired on all cylinders from start to finish. It is a fantastic entry in the Shantae series and probably my favorite so far. Some platforming challenges in the final dungeon tested me. But overall, the abundance of health and the little damage done when falling made it so that I could trial and error it. I really enjoyed 100%ing this game. I cannot wait to continue the series. And I gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
And you wish you had more Funko Pops.
Of Shantae.
Mm-hmm.
I want Shantae in her little slave outfit.
That's weird, honey.
Why?
I don't know. She just seems really young.
I think she's 18.
Honey, that's really weird. We're old. You're almost double that age at this point in your life.
She's 18 in cartoon years.
In 3 more years, you'll be double that.
What?
In 3 more years, you'll be double 18. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really upsetting.
That is awful.
I know.
That is terrible.
I know.
I'll be so close to 40.
Yeah, you'll be old enough to have fathered. I mean, you're already old enough to have fathered.
A
but
teenager?
Yeah, an 18-year-old.
Ugh.
Isn't that disgusting?
It is. It's horrific.
Yeah.
Let's get into Gorbage, shall we?
We shall.
All right. You want to introduce it?
All right, this is Give Me the Garbage. This week's restaurant is Haru Sushi in Columbus, Georgia. So we went here for our anniversary dinner because we really wanted some sushi.
You.
Well, I really wanted some sushi. We haven't had sushi since we moved here. AKA, we haven't had sushi in like almost 7 months.
You.
When did you have sushi?
Whenever I made the tuna kobachi.
Oh my gosh, you know what I mean. Like sushi that is real that we didn't have to make ourselves. So, and I mean, it's our anniversary, so why not treat ourselves? So one night we can justify having an expensive dinner.
And it really wasn't that expensive.
Based on how much we got, it really was not expensive at all. So we get there, and I don't know that we realized that they had ramen. Did we?
I did.
You did? Okay. So we went a little crazy. We ordered gyoza. I'm just going to name out what we ordered. first. We ordered gyoza. We ordered curry ramen.
No,
Okay.
I'll get the name.
Some ramen.
What? No ramen.
Oh, a thingy, a bowl of food, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls. I have no idea what the fuck the rolls were. I know most of them were some variation of spicy crab. One of them was eel. And yeah, I have absolutely no idea what the names of any of them were because we accidentally ordered an extra one and I just don't even know.
Okay, so it was katsudon.
Katsudon?
Katsudon.
Okay.
Katsudon is a rice-based dish. It has an egg and onion omelet on top, and on top of that, it has a katsu. So it could be either pork or chicken on top, or tofu, depending on what you want. And they put a sweet broth in the rice. I will kick as many babies as possible to have this again. I loved this dish.
No babies were harmed in the eating of this meal.
Unfortunately.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it was, I've seen this dish before a lot, and I've always wanted to try it because I've always found it so interesting looking. Because you have like the egg blanket on top of the rice with the onions, and then you have like this perfectly fried piece of katsu on top. And this was perfectly fried piece of katsu with really good egg and the rice and the broth underneath. It was just umami central.
Now,
Yeah.
I thought it was super funky, but I don't want to hate on it. It's just, it's not for me.
Because the broth is sweet.
It is very
It's
sweet.
sweet and salty.
It's weird.
It is kind of weird.
It's really, really weird. It's just not for me. Now, the katsu was great. It was perfectly cooked. But when you gave me the bowl, I just went for the broth. And I was like, oh, shit, that's nasty.
That's why you thought it was ramen or something?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was weird.
They gave me also like katsu sauce for it, and their katsu sauce was so fucking good.
I don't remember if you had me try the katsu sauce.
I don't remember, but you know, like the whole dish overall has a sweet note, not only because of the broth, but because the onions in the egg are also sweet, so they kind of make the egg a little bit sweet-ish. To me, it all works. It was amazing, and it was a lot. And that plate specifically was like $10.99.
It's crazy.
So it was a shit ton of food for like $10.
Yeah.
So what else?
So we got the gyoza. The gyoza was probably the best we have had since we lost our favorite ramen place
in Orlando.
Yeah, I think it was bomb. It was very crispy, very flavorful. I loved it.
Yeah, that sausage inside with the veggies was very, very good. I really enjoyed the gyoza.
I did too. And then, like I said, we accidentally ordered more sushi than we meant to. I honestly think it may have been the waitress's mistake. I don't think we said 6 rolls, but to be fair, we ordered a lot, and I think we really confused her.
I got 3 myself.
And I only got 2, I think. I thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm putting something on her that I shouldn't. Anyway, so 2 of our rolls were fried.
Yes.
One of them was like laid flat with the spicy crab on top. That one, okay, so we should also say that you went out on a limb and you tried the crab rolls, even though it was crab with a C and not crab with a K.
Yep.
And you are still alive. You did not have any sort of reactions. Granted, we do not know for sure that it was
crab
not
with a C.
Crab with a K. But you've also eaten oysters that we know were real, and you were fine.
Right.
So, the 2 fried rolls were awesome. They were so crunchy and yummy.
I really wish we had the names of them because that one fried roll with the crab on top.
The flat one, yeah.
That shit was amazing.
You said it was divine.
I said it was delightful.
Delightful. Excuse me. Knew it was some sort of D word.
I said it was delightful because I took a bite of it, and even though it was fried, it was kind of like fresh and not heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Neither one of them were very heavy.
all the crab flavor with like the meats that were inside of it. It was very good.
It was delicious.
It was delightful.
Delightful. And you kind of like lost your mind over the eel roll.
Yes, the eel
It was
roll,
very good.
The eel roll was the simplest eel roll possible. It was just eel, cucumber, and rice. That's it. Nothing else. And it was so fresh. And I think that's why I was losing my shit over it. Because it just tasted so fresh. And,
Fresh out the ocean.
right? And like I wasn't expecting for like the sushi chef to just come out and start making our rolls. Like I thought that they would make them in the back. No, like he came from the back and made them in front of us, handed them to us,
It was pretty cool.
and then disappeared back into his cave.
Yeah, because he had to confirm that you wanted a roll and not the...
Sashimi for the eel. Yeah.
Ew, can you imagine eel sashimi?
They cook it.
I couldn't do that.
They cook it. It's just a piece of meat.
I already like have to not say the word eel in my head as I'm eating it. Otherwise, I freak myself out.
Yeah, that eel roll was very good. But what else do we have?
So the real star of the show was that thing that I don't think either one of us realized we ordered, which was, I think it was the like spicy crab delight. Is that the one that was?
I think so.
I think so too. We could be totally wrong here. But they bring out this roll on a fucking like fajita dish thing. Those little skillet dish thingy bob jigs.
Covered in fire.
Covered in fire, but wrapped up in a boat of tinfoil shaped like a fucking lobster.
Mm-hmm.
It was like with a gigantic tail that stood up like 2 feet from the table. And it was literally on fire. Now, this one was incredibly difficult to eat because it had jalapeno in it, and I had lots of regrets. And it had this really spicy sauce on top. Like, not spicy mayo, but like a hot sauce. But that jalapeno killed me a little bit. I think it would have probably been my favorite if it had not had the jalapeno in it.
I didn't think the jalapeno was that bad.
Oh, it was killing me. Killing me.
The jalapeno was inside.
I was trying to pull the jalapeno out, but you couldn't get all of it.
Right.
It was a lot.
Right. I really want to know what else we got. I know we got one with masago on top.
Yeah, I think I ordered that one.
Yeah. There was the gorilla roll. Did we order that?
I don't remember. I know I ordered like everything spicy crab that I could.
Right. I wish we would have gotten better pictures of these, of what was inside of them, because I know
Yeah.
I got some spicy tuna, and that was pretty good.
Wasn't the spicy tuna the middle fried one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very good basic roll. It had Kewpie on top and eel sauce as well. That we just need to go back and take better pictures and just record immediately as soon as we get out.
For reals.
Yeah.
Write down what we got. And our
Right.
poor waitress, we asked her to tell us exactly what each roll was, and she had no idea. And the chef was like mad at her for something, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'll ask him when he's less busy." And we were just like, "It's fine, don't worry about it. We shouldn't have ordered so much." But for an order of 6 gyoza, 2 bottles of water, because they only had bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually got a third one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were dying. A bowl of udon, whatever the fuck it was.
make me look that
And
name up
6 rolls of sushi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, listeners, just guess how much money that was. Just
Katsudon.
guess. Katsudon.
Katsudon.
It was only $88. Like, for all that food,
Right.
that's insane. Insane. And it was good.
Yep.
It was really fucking good.
I went to work think that the Monday after. And I told one of the guys at the office about it, and he said that he had never heard of it before and that he was going to try it. And I am severely impressed with this place because it's a little hallway.
Next to a Baskin Robbins.
Right. It's a little hallway with a couple of tables and the sushi bar and the kitchen in the back. And the food that they have is like authentic Japanese food. They have katsu, they have udon, they have ramen, they have curry. Anything that you can think Japanese, they basically have it. And they all have a very good price.
Yeah.
Like I said, that ginormous ball of katsudon was $10.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 rolls of sushi alone can cost you more than $100.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they were big rolls. It wasn't like they were tiny little Publix pieces of sushi. They were gigantic. I mean, we brought home a container full of sushi because we were full. It was literally an entire square styrofoam container of sushi. Because holy crap. It was a lot.
I can't wait to go back and get the gyudon. I am so excited to get the gyudon.
I kind of want to try some curry.
You do?
Yeah.
Let's go this weekend.
Okay. Let's go to Columbus while we're in Orlando.
Let's go tomorrow.
No.
Half tempted to.
Cancel your recording.
No,
sure.
no. I'm not going to cancel my recording. I need to get that recording done. But yeah, I think this place is a garbage.
Same.
Garbage?
Definitely.
Yeah. So, Haru Sushi in Columbus, Georgia.
Check it out, yo.
Definitely check it out. Super, super fucking good. And I think that's it. You have anything else you want to talk about before we're done?
I love painting my nails.
I wish you would pay more attention instead of painting.
I paid more attention than I did when I'm on my phone.
I wish you would only pay attention.
I have ADD, okay?
Get over it.
I need medication.
Yeah, you do.
Give me some Ritalin.
Get you some weed. So yeah, that's it. Nothing else. All right.
Thank you, friends, for sticking around and being patient with me when I don't want to be on the podcast.
I'm gonna kick you off the podcast.
I'm gonna get kicked out. I'm gonna be fired.
Yep.
Everybody answer the poll. How sad would you be if Karradyne left the podcast?
They would be sad. All right, so that's it for this week's episode. Karradyne, do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.